All right. So what we're looking at is a cheat sheet. But what's important about a cheat sheet is this goal I added. The goal of the cheat sheet is to be able to eliminate the cheat sheet because the information becomes reactionary and without thought. So you have it until it becomes something that you don't need. I gave the example in the trading room as I was talking about Carpenter. He doesn't have to think and go over his cuts for crown molding and a corner, inside corner, outside corner. If I were to try to think of that, you don't want to cut a piece prematurely. You got to think it through and think, well, and then try to visualize it. Someone who's done it knows it. They do it without thought. It's reactionary. That's how you have to get your step 3. And this is a cheat sheet for step 3. You have to get your step 3 to be reactionary without thought. It's okay to have to think of the question, what do you want if you're long? What do you want to get long? What do you want if you're short? What do you want to continue to see if you're short? What do you want to see if to get you short? It's okay to think, what am I looking for? And then have to, worry about getting it wrong and get it wrong. Who cares? But at some point, it's got to be off the cuff. All right. So I thought of, and I started putting these acronyms in, typing them in. It was taking till I was like, you know what? I'm just going to draw them in. It's a waste of time to type all this stuff in. But I'm going to start with the goal in mind, right? And that is number 1, be able to take this cheat sheet, throw it away because you can answer the questions like the back of your hand. But I also want to start where I'm going to end. If you're bullish and looking to get long, what do you want for this cheat sheet? More shorts, less longs, and longs to puke. If you're bullish and looking to get long, you want to see more shorts, less longs, and longs puke. If you're bearish and are looking to get short, you want to see more longs, less shorts, and shorts puke. Okay? We'll come back to that. Here's the blackboard. Here's what I mean. Instead of typing in all the text and flying it in, which takes a little bit of time, I said, I don't want to waste the time in going through that. Let's just spend the time in writing it out. These are acronyms that I created. It's a legend of sorts to just be able to know what they stand for. So when you hear me talking about them and building out these equations and breaking it down, you know where it is and what it is. We're going to use L for longs. Okay. Pretty simple. S is going to be for shorts. All right. You've seen me talk about this forever, but now we're going to put it in a bucket. ML is simply for more longs. All right. More longs. And you guys should have this cheat sheet written out. MS would be for what? Simple. More shorts. All right. More shorts. LL and LS are for less longs and less shorts, correct? Let's write this up quick because we know this. Now, MBUI, because if I go MS, it's going to confuse with this, but MBUI and MSell is what? More buyers, less sellers. That's all. More buyers, less sellers. All right. I'm writing with my right hand and I write lefty, so bear with me. More sellers. So those acronyms mean that. LB, UI, and LSEL, less buyers, less sellers. All right. Pretty simple. Less buyers, less sellers. Got it? Got it. Almost done. LP. What does LP you think stand for? Longs puke. That's what it stands for. Longs puke. All right. What's SP stand for, you think? Shorts puke. Pretty simple. Write it on your cheat sheet. All right. Also, and this is important to have this in your mind, an up arrow means price you want to go up or should go up. Price going up, price going down. In other words, what makes price go up, price go down. Do it with arrows. What makes price go up, price go down. Make it visual. And then If you see me put BUY or SELL, it's simply for buyers and sellers. All right. Now I could get, and I have when I went through the notes to break this down, but I want to end where I started. I'm not done yet, but I want to end where I started on that previous slide. The answers to the test of what we want if we're bullish or what we want if we're bearish, what we want if we're long, what we want if we're short, right? So write that down. We got it? I'm going to get rid of this sheet right now. We good? All right. We're good. I'll give you 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, after you're long, well, that's not written right. Let's write a little bit nicer than that. After you're long, okay, not after you're long. Let's just walk through this progression. Again, this is part of the golden rules that we talked about the previous session. We know that long equals sellers, correct? If longs equal sellers, it's safe to assume that less longs equal less sellers. Even, I think, 10-year-olds would be able to come to that conclusion. But 10-year-olds go crying to their mommy when they're wrong. We know that ML under longs would be more sellers. If indeed, keep going back to, if indeed longs are sellers, then less longs would be less sellers and more longs would be more sellers. Pretty easy to conclude. Longs puking. What does that mean? Longs puking means longs exit, correct? If longs exit means there's less of them, right? And if there's less longs, just follow the progression. If there's less longs, I got to follow it. Oh, wait a second. Less longs mean less sellers. Good. So then that equals less sellers. Go find the acronym. If longs exit and there's less longs, then go find less longs. Where's that at? Right here. Less longs equal less sellers. You got less sellers. Now, those are the various things that longs could do that are under being long, what they are, right? Some descriptions of longs, so to speak. Let's do the same thing for shorts. And those that might think you know all this, there's some that do and some that don't. I guarantee you, not all, but some that say they know this, I could ask you questions, you'd have to think about it. I bet you wouldn't be able to just say, I know what to look for as soon as I look to get long. What do you look for? You'd have to think about it. Most people would. This is going to create a better and more reactionary approach to this, what to look for, so you could react instead of think. We all have to work on getting better at reacting. That's how things slow down. So under shorts, this is what you put on your cheat sheet. Under shorts, we know that shorts equal buyers or sellers. Buyers, everybody would yell. And we know that less shorts, if we do the math, should mean less buyers, right? Less shorts should equal less buyers. More shorts would equal what? More buyers. Oh, I put the S. More BUYERS. Make sense? More shorts. How about SP? Shorts puke. That means short positions exit. All right. If shorts exit, are there more or less of them? There's less shorts. So if there's less shorts, LS, I go to here and that tells me there's less buyers. I could follow what do I need to get less buyers. You kind of work backwards, right? You know by the damn golden rule that to go down in price, you have to know right away that less buyers and more sellers, right, would create the price of anything to go down. It's not important to have this. It's imperative. It's necessary. That's golden rule number 3. All right. Well, work backwards. How do you get less buyers and more sellers? It's right above you. It's all in here. Less buyers. Find it. Oh, less buyers. That's right here. LS. Good. Less shorts. Perfect. I also need more sellers. How can I get some more sellers up there? So I look around here. I don't see any more sellers here. Oh, look over here. Oh, more sellers. That means more longs. Let me add that to my answer. All right. Anything else that I see more sellers or less buyers? Do I see that anywhere else? Do I see more sellers? Help me out. I got less shorts and I got more longs. Anything else I could add to this to get more sellers? Anywhere else on this cheat sheet? Look around. Anywhere we see more sellers or less buyers? Besides LS and ML? Anywhere? I'm waiting for an answer. Anywhere on this sheet in these acronyms, do we see less buyers or more sellers? We got 2 of them. Anybody else see anywhere where we would have more sellers? What am I on mute? Nobody knows? Look at the screen. We know more long. We got ML. We already got ML. What I'm looking for is anywhere in these acronyms, do we have less buyers or more sellers? We have LS and ML. I'll give you a hint. There's one more. Someone said shorts puke. Well, let's read shorts puke. Shorts puke is SP. It says shorts exit, less shorts, or less shorts, less shorts exit. That means there's less shorts, which means, I didn't fill it out. There's less shorts, there's less buyers. I forgot I had this line, less buyers. So shorts puke means shorts exit. There's less shorts. That means less shorts, less buyers. Now I'm reading people's other answers. LP, wait a second. Let's just go to this. Does LP equal either less buyers or more sellers? And we go look at it. LP equals longs exit, which means less longs, which means less sellers. Are we looking for less sellers? No. So longs puking would not be what we're looking for price to go down. And don't be lost here. What are we looking for? Price to go down. Probability of price to go down. So we're looking for less buyers and more sellers. Nobody here or in the world would disagree that less buyers and more sellers would make price go down. So how do we get there? Back to the cheat sheet. It's okay. Less buyers, more sellers. What gets us there? LS. Look at LS. LS equals less buyers. Perfect. Put it on there. And then you go to more longs. Let's just confirm it. More longs. Where is more longs at? Right here. More longs equal more sellers. Is that one of them? Good. Okay. We add it. Shorts puke. Let's make sure. Shorts puke equal shorts exit. Less shorts equal less buyers. Oh, good. Less buyers. So there's our 3 answers on the previous slide that we started with. Now let's go to if we want price to go up. What do we need? Don't answer. Don't answer. In order for price to go up, you would probably want to have more buyers, right? If you want the price of your house to go up, you want more people coming to buy it. And what else do you want? Less people around you selling their home. Pretty easy now to know for price to go up, more buyers, less sellers, more buyers, less sellers, more buyers, less sellers. So now, because of this cheat sheet, it's easy to go up and say, how do I get there? I need more buyers. Let's just focus on more buyers. So I see more buyers here. Do I see it here? No, 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 no. My handwriting sucks. Wait, more buyers. More buyers. Let's say more buyers. Yeah. Well, what does it equal? MS. What does MS equal? More shorts. Perfect. Let me put that in there. More shorts. Nice. Anything else with more buyers that I could find? Any more buyers here? More buyers. More buyers. More buyers. More buyers. No. How about less sellers? Let's see. Less sellers. Oh, got it. Less sellers equal less longs. I'll put that son of a bitch in there. Anywhere else, less sellers. Oh, LP equals this, that equals that, equals less sellers. Got it. LP. Now, if you don't know what these acronyms are, go to the previous cheat sheet, right? More shorts, less longs, and longs puke. Hey, people got it. They were chiming in. And if you didn't get it, that's what this cheat sheet's for. And I'm telling you, it's a come and snap your finger. And even if you kind of know it, it helps to kind of go backwards. If you know price needs these two elements to go up, how do you get there? And now you got it in front of you. Now, if you are stubborn and you say, I'm not really sure it needs more buyers and less sellers, then go to the grocery store and see if they need clerks, cashiers, or go get the carts, or welcome to Walmart, whatever, right? More buyers, less sellers. The skill now is to be able to read real time to get ourselves there. And it's all about positions. Remember, a long and a short are people's positions, whether it be yours or somebody else's. Okay. So we got, remember the first slide I started with that already showed these three things? This is the answers. Now you know how we got there. Now you know how we got there. So I'm going to clear this drawing. I think it was better without me typing it in. And now I can't switch slides. So now we go back to the slide that I started with. Looking to get long on our cheat sheet. More shorts, less longs. Longs puke. MS, LL, LP. Bearish or looking to get short, how are you? ML, more longs. LS, less shorts. And let me guess, shorts puke. Yes, got it. Trust me, it'll be easier if you create a cheat sheet like we just did. And start with the end in mind, which is if you are looking to get long or short right here, guys, what do you need? What would you like to see? If you're looking to get short, what do you need? What do you like to see? Then you go to our screen. Then you say, what happens on the puke tool to show this or this or this or that or that or this? Any questions? So now guess what? If you wrote this cheat sheet out and Anthony says to you, hey, little Johnny, You're looking to get long. What do you want to see? Little Johnny doesn't have to think now. Little Johnny can look at his cheat sheet and say, I want to see more shorts, less longs, and some longs puke, Mr. Drager, right? That's what a cheat sheet's for. Keep looking at it. How about if you want to get short, little Johnny? I want to see more longs, Mr. Drager, less shorts, and shorts puking. And understand why. And then all of a sudden, you have a better chance at this being reactionary. So someone had mentioned to me that they understand things by having it being more visual, right? And it made me think of, well, doing a cheat sheet to make it visual of, what exactly you need or want for price to go up or down. And then it made me think, well, everybody likes things more visual. I think most people are going to learn better with better visuals. That's all. Now I have someone that created this on a cheat sheet way back when I first started working with them. And that's great. You already get to the end. You got the answer. You got the answers to the test. Now go find them. Now go find the questions almost, right? But instead of getting it wrong, like, what am I looking for? You got it. You got it in front of you. So on the puke tool, what do more shorts look like? What do less longs look like? What do longs puke look like? And just stay, if I'm looking to get long, right? I'm looking for these three to get long. Now, I don't want anybody to be smart. Nobody's asking me this. Nobody's saying this, but just in case, there's other things that would be helpful for price to go up. These aren't the only three things in the world, right? It's just order flow and actual buyers and sellers. You could have news and, that creates more shorts, less longs puking and things like that. But this is the order flow, other people's positions, and a cheat sheet. So the person that says they had this on cheat sheet when we first did a coaching session, what did it help you? And so as I was doing this, they said yes. As I was doing this, I wrote something out. Just when I say I was doing this over the weekend, making notes about just how to make this easy for people to see and what a cheat sheet would be and how to get you back. It almost made me write it out twice because, it's like, let's start with the answers and get back to how you found them. And that was the previous, how do we find that we need this? And it all comes from, you need less buyers and more sellers and price goes down. You know what I mean? How do you get there? So that's important. Now, here's what I wrote, though. Did I type it out? I might have typed it out. I might have typed this out on a slide because it's important. If I didn't, I want you guys to hear it. No, I didn't type it out. All right. So I'm going to read it. I asked this question yesterday, but I'm gonna just sit back and listen to this. A prelude to a chase. If we know there's a chase, it's too late to predict it. What creates it? So imbalance of buyers and sellers make price move. But our job is to predict when that imbalance is happening, when it's about to seek balance. So if you say, Anthony, the market went up because there was an imbalance of buyers and sellers because of an imbalance of positions, well, it already went up. The premium and the prediction is less valuable. If you're able to say that there's more buyers coming in here and less sellers because more shorts and less longs. And that this imbalance is going to create a pop because it's going to seek to rebalance itself to find a place where sellers and buyers actually agree. Now you're talking about location, timing, and predictive skills. So, for example, and I asked this question in the room, if there was a complete balance between buyers and sellers, what would price do? Go up, down, or sideways? If there was complete balance, would it go up, down, or sideways? And the answer is sideways. And you should know, I mean, that should make sense. It really wouldn't go anywhere. Think about a buyer and a seller shaking hands. And when they shake hands, they agreed on quantity and price. And if there's a bunch of sellers and buyers always agreeing at the same price continues to trade. There's agreement. Buyer, seller, buyer, seller, buyer, seller. When the sellers on the other side of the aisle begin to evaporate and there's less hands to shake, price is probably going to go up. If there are more buyers that want to shake hands and less sellers willing to shake hands, price got to go up. They got to seek where these sellers are. They got to find them. You don't find sellers lower. Let me draw this up. If you have a line, actually, let's go back to the blackboard. If you have a line and you have a person here who is a long, that's not his nose, he's a long, and a person here who is not a long, damn it, a buyer, and a person here who's a seller, okay? And they're shaking hands, and there's 3 sellers and 3 buyers, and they're all willing to shake hands at this price, then that price doesn't need to move. But if this seller and this seller isn't there, and there's 3 buyers, and they're all trying to shake his hand, he's got 2 hands, but he's only got 1 hand he could shake. These buyers got to look around. Where are they looking for? They got to jump the line to find maybe a seller up here and shake his hand. And this guy's got to say, oh, shoot, you got him? It's like musical chairs. Sellers don't go down, by the way. Sellers, when they run out, or if they run out and they see a lot of buyers got to look up is the right way to say this for more sellers. Buyers can't look down and say, well, I can't get filled here. I got to get filled right away. Let me look down. There's nobody down here selling it. Sellers are only selling higher at where you're at or higher at this moment in time. At this moment in time, you either have to wait or you have to jump the line and find out where sellers are then going to shake your hand. So it's the imbalance of how many buyers are shaking hands with how many sellers. And when it grows and grows, and all of a sudden, these 2 people shake a hand and there's nobody there left, all these buyers are now like, well, we'll come up here. Does anybody else want to shake their hand up here? And up and down we go. You're shaking hands with a seller. And when there's a balance, there's nowhere to go. Now, let me ask you this question. If there's an imbalance of buyers and sellers, more buyers, less sellers, there's an imbalance. Did price rally? This is kind of a trick question now. if there's an imbalance of buyers, more buyers and less sellers, all right? And price, let me ask it this way, because that's not, it's like a trick question because it was worded wrong. Let me ask it this way. If there are more buyers and less sellers, wait, give me one more shot at this. Price is already higher. Price just went up. Are there more buyers than sellers? Yes, no, I don't know. Right now, price just rallied 5 points. Are there more buyers than sellers right now? Yes, no, I don't know. The answer is I don't know. There was, that's how we got up there. But we don't know necessarily if there's still a balance that's out of whack. It might have to work itself to before it finds the balance or lack of balance to be able to move. There was more buyers. If it just went up, there should be more buyers. No, if it went up, it's because there was more buyers. There's not necessarily more buyers. The reason for the rally is I'm trying to get people detached from who did something and who still has to do it. So price goes up because people aren't buying, but they're trying to buy. They're buyers, but they're not buying. If they were buying, they would be meeting the seller. They're trying to buy it and nobody filled them. They didn't find a seller. You got to find the moment where there's more of those guys ready to go. Because trading is about predicting the rally, predicting the break, when it's going to happen, before it happens, right before it happens. And that's your timing. But after it happens, it's just a little too late. Might be too late, but it's a little late. Might be too late, might not be. Just know in your head why price went up. People tried to buy it and they couldn't find a seller. And so it went up 5 points. It's going sideways. Then they found the sellers and they're dancing and they're shaking hands. And if you think about that's why this price is just going up and going down. And it's like, it really doesn't, it can go up and down a little bit because it has a little imbalance. There's a little imbalance. And then when there's a lot of it, boom, it's ready to go. And you got to get that chase. The word chase is important because you didn't catch what you're after when you're chasing it, did you? Buyers didn't catch the fill until they can get that seller to say, all right, we could dance up here. And I know the price and the sellers are trading on the way up, right? I know price is trading on the way up. But there's still a lot more people trying to buy it than trying to sell it, or it wouldn't keep going up. Just have in your mind the visual of a chase, and it's not, a leopard and a rabbit. It's a buyer and a seller. And if the buyers are chasing, that's price moving up. And if you're gonna get long, you need that buyer to chase the seller to happen, or we're not going to go up. And that's what you're predicting. So cheat sheet for step 3 and what you're looking for is obviously what we did today. I don't want to go any longer. Create this cheat sheet though. And if you don't create it and I were to quiz you and you got something wrong, then you should feel bad. Just create the cheat sheet where If I'm looking to get long, just put underneath there what you want. More buyers, less sellers. How do I get there? If I'm looking to get short, what am I looking for? I'm looking for more sellers and less buyers. How do I get there? All right. So if I'm looking to get long, I want longs to puke. I want less longs on the OPP, and I want more shorts if I'm looking to get long. I don't need a cheat sheet, and I just said that. Be quick with it. More shorts, less longs, longs puke. If I'm looking to get long, be quick with it. Visualize, what does that mean? What does that mean? Less longs, less sellers, less longs, less sellers. That's good because I want sellers to evaporate. If there's less longs, there's less sellers above. So if I get more shorts, those are the buyers, create the imbalance of buyers and sellers because I got less longs and more shorts, more buyers, less longs, less sellers. I've got the imbalance I need, more buyers than sellers for a prelude to this chase. We'll see you guys in Discord room or trading room.